we're gonna go straight into this stuff. We are like family. Like you guys are my brothers pretty much. So I feel like I'm just talking to my brothers who joined me on my journey to shooting my first short film called The Disciple.
Lord, I know it is your will for us all to be in good health.
I can tickle your demons.
We're all called to follow Jesus at some point.
What's that say? Are you speaking in tongues? Hey, like this, like Jesus, like coming to help you right now.
Do you have any need for healing in your body?
In the name of Jesus Christ, I command. I'm not ready yet. But let thy will be done, Lord. Let thy will be done. I'm not ready yet.
Every other week, the big woman come here.
I can tickle your demons.
I know I tried to get you a little bit more connected to the character as much as I could as a first-time director, but I thought giving you the audio Bible streetlights was gonna streetlights audio Bible was gonna get you really like into character. Can you tell me like more about how that was? Did it help? Did you like it? Do you still listen to Streetlights Bible?
I still listen to. I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel. I still listen to them. Like, I'm a music person, so like it kind of like just came to me as like, okay, this is different with the way it was kind of like, it reminded me of Lecrae. If Lecrae wanted to like start like a song and the way he would like talk about, you know, Jesus or say something like in the Bible, and I was like, these people are actually reading Bible verses this way. So it's a very it was easy to like listen all through, basically, for me, because like they always have like these really nice instrumentals going on under it, and like you're listening to the instrumental and like the way the words come in, you're like, okay, like it helps help me perceive the word in like other perspectives that I hadn't before, like, because like, and then they simplified it in ways that like I'm like, so this is what this really meant here and stuff. And as far as getting me into the character with that, I feel like it really helped, because I mean, I started listening to it as soon as you introduced me to it, and like that was all I listened to throughout like my stay, and it was, I feel like it kind of just like dipped me into that whole mood of, you know, the word of God.
Yeah. And who he was and stuff.
I feel like I should subscribe to the audio Bible too.
I think you should. I think
Jesus.
you love it. I thought because you like hip hop, right?
Okay.
You do, right?
And I love God.
And you love God, but it's very hip hoppy. It's like there's something that really touched me. I feel like we talked about this many times before, but on set, the way you guys really clicked till today. We've talked about it so many times, but I keep saying it because it really like had an impact on me. Because I feel like authenticity is like really should be the root of many things, almost all relationships, even unset relationships, because people can tell. And the authentic connection that the both of you had really like made me and I do still feel like you guys, I said this before, like he is your older brother and you are his younger brother. Have you felt that kind of connection aside from that day to another character before? Because it was really intense to me. Be honest.
Okay, well, I feel like if you work with a character long enough, like if you're being on a series, you can have that connection with somebody over time. But I think it was different for me and Molawa. The moment we worked together, I had so much respect for his craft. Like, I mean, this guy is really good, and when you work with an actor really good, you don't force it; he earns your respect. You know, and then you guys have stuff to talk about, and that was really good. I can do better. We created a backstory, you know, all of that. So I think it was pretty easy. I mean, I just respected his craft, and everything else is, you know, followed. And he's a great guy. So it was easy. None of it was forced. You know, we never had any cause for it. Any disagreement. So it was just really cool.
Do you want to work with him again?
Of course. I mean, if people don't give us a job, we'll create one for ourselves. We'll work together.
What would you want to work?
We were on that movie together though, Mother at the Bar.
Yeah. We did another movie together
Straight
again.
after.
Yeah. It was like
Random.
And we came on set and we're like, hey, everybody's like, you guys know each other.
But it was random, no?
Yeah, we had no idea. I had no idea it was going to be on a project. He didn't know I was coming to that.
Were you on screen with him?
Yeah.
You guys were on screen at the same time?
Yeah.
That's so cute. Yeah, for sure. It was very instant. I think the both of you definitely match each other in like professional level as well. Like, you're both very professional with what you do. And so that added to like the intensity of your relationship because you both took it really seriously. And for me, it made it really easy because I've never directed before. So it was good having the both of you, first of all, have that connection. And then also like, just like be so professional because I didn't have to like, you know, well, I would, but I didn't have to stress about being late or like not knowing your lines and stuff like that.
First off, you have to go into it. You're going into it knowing that it's make believe. Anyway, you know, that's the paradox of the job. You're going into the job knowing that it's make believe, but like you need to do everything in your power that you can to make everybody watching at that point in time suspend their disbelief. So you're walking into this with like all of these tools as like reminders, as like reins, basically to rein you back like to the individual. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I know. Yeah, I know in my heart that like these people know that I'm not the person, but like I have to do everything in my power that I possibly can to make them suspend their disbelief at that point in time. So when you really look at it, it's not as what's the right word to use? It's not as engulfing as we would imagine for it to be for the actor as it is for like the audience. There's just like a bond at that point in time, and like that bond is all that like we the actors were aiming for. Like that the bond, that suspension of disbelief, that is the bond. That's what we're aiming for. We're not aiming to try and become the person. We're aiming to do whatever we can to possibly make you as the individual watching me see all the perspectives that the character in question could like be taking. So in so doing, we have to suspend our own disbelief too for that certain point in time. And that's what we're taking into the job with us. So I understand how it might seem that like we need strong centers, but in the end, it's all make believe. You know, we're just like acting. We're just jokers. We're just like what's the word that Marilyn Monroe used? She said we're clowns. Yeah, we're just clowns, and we're just like playing games. Like that's all in the end. Like as actors, like it's eventually it's not that deep. Like it shouldn't be. I mean, like you have your psyche to protect for that. I mean, once you lose your mind, how do you work with it?
Right. Has anybody done that in Nigerian cinema for you? Has anybody taken you? Not you. Has anybody like convinced you that they were someone else fully, aside from Molawa?
I mean, I feel like there are a lot of good actors who have that depth.
Like someone that you admire.
Someone I've worked with and I've really seen that transformation. I've seen it in DME. I've been on set with him. Yeah, and I've seen it. Like I saw that transformation from guys, all right, nice to see your action, and when he gets into it, okay, good stuff. This is deep, this is acting. Yeah, I'm sure there are quite a number. I feel like there are a lot of really talented Nigerian actors. But then again, I feel like the industry is failing a lot of really good actors.
Yeah.
It's failing them. Like they don't give them stories where they can really showcase themselves. I feel like Gabriel Afolayan is on that list as well.
Yeah, Gabriel is definitely on that list.
I feel like he's on my top wicked actors. Like I see how he puts in work, to transform himself into his character. Those are the actors I really respect.
Interesting. Yeah, there's one thing that if I went, let me say one. Let me be more positive. If I stay in the film game much longer, to be honest, and then I get finances, I feel like one thing that I would really love to see more of is what they call those things, those trucks that actors have on set that they're able to go into and like, you know, just have your own space between scenes.
That's my trailer.
Your trailer, yes, trailers. I would love to see more of those.
Yeah,
I feel like they'll help. I feel like they'll help a lot because first,
no, they definitely do. Trust me.
They probably do because just generally, sometimes the outside shooting in Nigeria is just stressful, basically, right? So to now be able to just have a space that you know is yours, you can bring everything you want from your room, from your home into your trailer, you know, the vibes you want. So even if you do have a little time, even if we've not gotten to the point where we're taking like months to get into character, I feel like on set, you can still have like your own space you can get in your zone, then come out. Not the one where you go around everybody all the time, makeup here, this one there, that one there, lights here, gaffer this, and then now shoot. Nah, I think that's really terrible. It's almost like trying to study, like trying to do your homework. But people are good at that, but like trying to do your homework or like an exam in a really noisy, like in the market, it's not gonna work. It's not easy.
Even if it will, it could be a whole lot better.
Yeah. So that's something that I feel like I could invest in. But back
that makes sense. So
yeah. If hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens. So you told us a memory that was so beautiful that it happened on set that no one knows that you kept to yourself. What about you? Do you have any memories on set?
I didn't know that while we're learning lines, Molawa was going to get babes on set. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was really cool though. But what was most memorable about the set? I feel like it was all good.
You do?
Yeah. Why I feel, I mean, of course, there's no production without hiccup, right? But I feel like,
trust me, I feel the same way. That's one production. Throughout last year, I was telling my friend, like, that's one production that I remember almost everything, like, from the beginning to the end. Because the rest of the productions, I kind of, like, just blacked them out, trust me. Like, I'm saying this, like, not because Yingi is here. Let me cover half the screen. Like, for real, bro. Like, that's how it felt for me. I'm like, wait, I can actually remember, like, the things, like, that happened, you know, like, because, like, I don't even really relate with, like, no be, like, about pride or anything. I don't relate much with even, like, fellow actors on set, because, like, I've seen how things get, like, you know, I have, like, familiarity and stuff, and, like, later, but, like, I remember, like, all our conversations. I remember, like, that part in the ride when we're talking about, like, politics and, like, everything, like, the little details. I feel like this, I don't know, something triggered that. I feel like it's as a result of all of that catharsis that we reached at that, like, that last scene at TBS. I feel like it's tied to it somehow, because, like, that feeling felt like, for the actor, it felt like euphoria, you know, like, geez, like, job well done. Like, we're, like, with shock, like, we didn't even have enough time to get to this point. Like, how did we get here? That type of vibe. Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, that's it.
I should just say that I tell Kameel this all the time, but I prayed a whole lot. Like, because I have not done this before. I had never directed before, so I was like, God, this has to, like, let it just go super well. And then I also value people so much more than anything else. Like, if you guys weren't fine, I wasn't going to go through with it. Like, I don't really care. I mean, the film is cool, the script is fine, but, like, you, like, how you are, how you're feeling, like, how it's very motherly of Misha. But, like, that's why I was always asking you if you had eaten and stuff. Like,
it's an important part of every production, man. That part is missing. Like,
it will show.
I don't know, Sha.
The performance.
Yes.
It will show.
And
yeah.
Performances were so good.
You can't leave one part out in, like, production. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I feel like it was
that was very important to the whole thing. So
really,
yeah,
it was a really good build up, like from the audition, from everything. You could see that.
that's the word. That's the word.
And then there was a reading. There was fittings for outfits and all of those things. So it was already giving this mental picture of okay, next week I'm going to be in this outfit.
It felt like I was back on stage again.
Yeah.
That's like okay, yes, I fitted in right there. That's the feeling I get every time I'm doing stage. Trust me, I feel like I'm going like in the end I'll fall back to stage like maybe like Broadway somewhere, but because like that feeling is like that live feeling of where all I can see everybody and like we're actively working together, like cooperating, like putting all of our efforts in every way we can to actually like get it work. And like it's not just like the process doesn't just come at once, like we're doing it like that dress and tech. I think that was the part that bust my brain the most. Like I felt like I was still like, oh, we're doing dress and tech. Wow. Like
we're doing what?
Dress and tech.
Dress and tech.
What's that?
That's the part where you invited us over to do fittings, basically. That's what it's called, like.
Oh, Hassan, I don't even know. Wonderful. Okay, so basically, okay, you guys enjoyed that. So that was the favorite thing for you, was the build up, the like that.
So I feel like everything. I feel like okay, so I've done scenes on sets where I've been a bad guy and I had a gun, but it felt different shooting with a real gun.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. No, you did look like you.
Yes, it felt.
Do not use a gun. You know, not to use guns.
I was like, a real gun has a different feeling, so it transformed me.
Feeling.
Do you understand? Like I could see that. Okay, this gun had history. Just looking at it, just holding.
Okay. This happened. You didn't see this happen because you were facing me when it happened. Like when we were rehearsing and when we were about to get to that scene, everything was at your back at a distance, and the panic that you cocking the gun was actually what triggered our panic attack.
Oh, he actually cocked the gun.
Yeah. I just saw her go. And just walk away.
Who, me?
No.
Evelyn.
Oh, Evelyn.
Yeah.
She had a quiet. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that was what triggered the panic attack. But I was smiling because I needed to stay in where I was. But like I was like, all of those events, you know, I know that you felt something, and like I felt it, and like someone that was like, you know, like not even like within the proximity of like the energy that we're feeling also felt it from afar, just watching us. And this wasn't like a random stranger. Like she knows that like the bullet wasn't loaded, that the gun wasn't loaded, and like it just kind of like all of those things build up. The build up is like the right word to use actually. All of those things kind of built up to that like climax feeling.
So real props, basically.
Yeah, real props.
At least, yeah.
Like, real enough.
Real enough.
No wonder those explosions are like important.
Yeah, real enough.
Like, real explosions, why they invest in like an actual car that actually sets on fire.
Trust me. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's nice. That's really, really cool.
I wish we had really good BTS on that set.
Me too.
Yeah, like a documentary.
Like video.
Right?
Yeah, like video BTS.
Journey, everything. I wish it was.
Well, just vibes. Our BTS is fully vibes, like just good music and pictures. But I mean, next time, I really want to write more. I feel like you guys, working with the both of you, made me want to write more, so much more, because like it's nice to see stuff come to life and for it to exceed your expectations and to make friends and like all that stuff. That's really what I really would love to write more stuff and do more with you guys in the future. I'm not really sure when.